Darkness had settled over the dusty village, wrapping the world in a suffocating silence. In the dim glow of flickering lanterns, Amina sat in the corner of her father's hut, her heart pounding against her chest like the rhythmic beat of the war drums she had heard in the distant days before. Her hands trembled as she clutched the edge of her wrapper, her eyes darting to the shadows that danced across the mud walls. The attack had been sudden, gunfire piercing the air, shouts of terror, the sickening stench of burning that filled the night. Men had screamed. Women had wailed. And in the end, they had come for her. The men with rifles, their faces wrapped in black cloth, their voices cold and commanding. They had torn her from the only word she knew, forcing her onto the back of a truck under the watchful eye of the one they called Commander. Amina could still see his eyes, dark, hollow, unreadable. He had watched her, silent, assessing. He had said nothing when she cried, when she pleaded. He had simply turned away as the truck rumbled forward, deeper into the forest, deeper into a world she did not understand. The camp was a place of whispers and screams. Women moved like ghosts, veiled and obedient, their eyes empty. The men spoke in hushed voices of war, of victory, of sacrifice. And Amina, caught in their midst, felt the weight of a fate she had not chosen pressing down on her shoulders. "You will be his wife," they told her. A command, not a request. The wedding was not a celebration. There were no songs, no laughter. Just a prayer murmured over her bowed head and a rifle slung across the back of the man she was now bound to. She did not cry. She did not speak. She simply let the silence swallow her whole. Days turned to weeks. Weeks to months. She learned the rules of her new world. Obedience meant survival. Defiance meant death. She learned to lower her gaze, to mask her thoughts, to carry the weight of a gun she did not wish to hold. And yet, deep within her, a fire smoldered, a fire that refused to be extinguished. It was in the dead of night that she made her decision. The jungle stretched endlessly before her, dark and unwelcoming. The whispers of the wind carried the ghost of those who had tried to flee before. But she was not afraid. Not anymore. With careful steps, she moved, her breath shallow, her hands steady. The weight of the rifle she had been given now served a different purpose, her escape. But the jungle was not merciful. The night was not silent. And soon, the voices rose behind her. They were coming. Amina ran. Her feet pounded against the earth, her heart hammering. The trees loomed ahead like silent witnesses to her desperate flight. And then, a gunshot. Pain ripped through her side, a burning fire searing her flesh. She fell, gasping, her fingers digging into the damp soil. The world swayed, darkened, but she could hear them closing in. This could not be the end. Summoning the last of her strength, she crawled forward, the taste of blood on her tongue. And then, through the haze of pain, she saw them, silhouettes against the moonlight. Not the men who haunted her, but others. Soldiers. A final burst of energy. A scream, raw, desperate. And then, arms lifting her, voices she did not recognize, the scent of sweat and metal and something else, hope. The darkness took her before she could say another word. When she awoke, it was to the steady beeping of a machine, the sterile scent of antiseptic, the soft murmur of voices speaking in a language she understood. She was free. But freedom was not an end. It was a beginning. A road she did not yet know how to walk. The scars on her body were nothing compared to those on her soul. And as she lay there, staring at the ceiling, she wondered could she ever be whole again. Amina closed her eyes, letting the answer come with the dawn. Perhaps she was not meant to be who she once was. Perhaps she was meant to be something new. Something stronger. Please subscribe to the channel for interesting story.